It was on Facebook recently, the famous Sundram bicycle kick. Was it 93, 94?
93? Yeah, 93.
I've seen it many, many times, and it's a great goal. But when you watch it, there is so much space.
It is Brunei.
It is quite slow.
It's a bad team.
It is quite slow. Welcome to part 2 of Yahoo Footballing Weekly with me, Yahoo columnist Neil Humphreys.
And me, Yahoo editor Chia and Keong, and you are now listening to the Global Award-winning podcast. Have we said this every week? Yes, gonna say it every week.
All the way.
Until the end of the season. Man.
I'm a Global Award winner, he's a Global Award winner,
Yep.
Jay's a Global Award winner.
Our producer.
And you are Global Award winners for joining us. And it's thanks to you, our lovely friends at StarHub sponsoring our podcast.
That's right. So they are the official Premier League broadcaster. They are also one of the official broadcasters for the UEFA Euro 2024, which is coming up in June. 15th of June to 15th of July.
Also known as the Declan Rice tournament.
We talked about it in part 1.
We did.
So sign up for them. If you sign up from them from now until 26th of May, they will have an early bird offer of $88 for the full 51 live matches. They will show you everything for $88. You get all the 51 matches. Good deal. After 26th of May is $108. So get going right now. So you will enjoy TV features such as interactive timeline, match replays, and more. So sign up at this website to watch your Euro 2024 matches.
Brilliant. And I have to say a big shout out again to all of our fans. Anyone who follows me on social media will know I was going down to Buangkok MRT station the other day on the escalator and I saw a guy, you saw the picture, I saw a guy in front of me, he had a claret shirt on. I thought
he couldn't help himself.
It's either Villa, Burnley or West Ham. Had a look over the shoulder. Not only was it West Ham, it was Bobby Moore, West Ham. He had a classic retro jersey, number 6 on his back. So I had a small chat with him. And then afterwards he says, I listen to the podcast every week. So thank you very much,
Nizam. Bring him on next time. All right,
yes.
Nizam. All right.
Thanks, Nizam. And thank you all for listening, watching, and all the comments.
All right. Always been sending in comments. That's why we won the Diverse Voices Award at the silver, not the gold, but silver, at the Global Sports Podcast Awards. So thanks for continuing to comment on our pages. So we start with Super Connie 5003. Says, if your product is good, the stadium will fill up, no problem. Recall the Malaysia Cup days. Give us a brilliant product, fans will come. Mickey Mouse joke football won't put bums on the seats. This brought a reply.
Okay, let me do that one first. Can I do that one first?
Sure,
because we hear this one a lot, right? This idea that the Malaysia Cup was fabulous and football today is rubbish. And I've said this before, and I know it upsets people, but it is the truth. When it comes to the Malaysia Cup, it wasn't, the quality of the product wasn't what was important. It was the quantity of the product. This was before English Premier League live games. Right. This was before smartphones. Not only did we not have that much competition for eyeballs, we didn't really have any way of comparing it, right? So you was watching Malaysia Cup, it's fun, it's good to watch, but you didn't know how good it was against other leagues because we didn't have the exposure. So I think it's a little bit of a myth that when we keep saying that the quality of the Malaysia Cup was right up here and the quality of local football today is right down here. I think that does a disservice to the footballers today.
That's right. I mean, if you spend time, actually go and watch a Singapore Premier League match nowadays. Watch the high quality teams such as Sailors or Albi Rex or even Tampines. They play the kind of football which is easy on the eye, and you know, and it doesn't mean that it's bad. It is definitely not bad football, and you know, I would think if you once you watch that and then you go back and watch the Malaysia Cup final, you'll find that actually the current players actually are quite good.
Absolutely. And just one more point, and I don't want to upset anybody, but it was on Facebook recently, the famous Sundram bicycle kick. Was it 93, 94?
93? Yeah, 93.
I've seen it many, many times, and it's a great goal. But when you watch it, there is so much space.
It is Brunei.
It is quite slow.
It's a bad team.
It is quite slow. They have a lot of space. The guy has all the time in the world to cross the ball. Sundram is unmarked in the box. It almost, sorry Sundram, I know Sundram, but take his goal away, the build-up feels almost like a training game.
Yeah.
It's slow, it's a bit ponderous, there are no tackles. Yeah, so I think sometimes we look at the past with rose-tinted glasses. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, look, Fadi Ahmad, legend, Sundram, legend, Dream Team 94, all legends. But the quality of the spectacle is not that, as you say, it's not that different to a high-end Singapore Premier League game today with good foreigners, good locals. Not much difference.
Not much difference. Yeah. So why don't you go and give local football a try? Sit down and watch a match before you decide.
But agree or disagree? Let us know.
Let us know. So somebody disagreed. So Balbinder Daliwal sort of like responded to this comment. He says, I disagree that football is a product. It cannot be manufactured. It is a community, even a cultural process that needs coaches, managers, supporters, players, physiotherapists, administrative clerks, etc. to play their parts over years and decades. If people will watch football as a product, then are they fans? Will only watch football as a product, then are they fans? Or only consumers moving from one product to another when they feel like it or according to trends?
Great comment.
Yeah. So you know, the thing about having a professional club is not just results, get results, get trophies and anything. If you see the European football clubs, they are like a hub for community grassroots activities.
Absolutely.
Weekend after weekend. That's why people come. They watch football, yes, but there are other things they can do to help the community.
Japan too.
Yeah, Japan and Korea. Maybe Thailand football also. But for example, Anfield. If you go to Anfield and watch a game, at the sidelines they'll have charity organization wanting you, asking for your help, help the needy around Liverpool.
It's a whole day thing.
Yeah, it's a whole day thing. So,
and it just, you're so right. If you're currently watching the Wrexham documentary, it's just started again on Disney Plus. You get a sense of that. It's a whole day thing. Yeah. You get up early, you have breakfast with a group of people, then you go to the pub, then you get a lunch, then you do this, then you do that. There's a whole sense of community right the way through the day.
Yeah, and that's why these clubs survived throughout the years, because they built a connection with the grassroots. And we have said this on our podcast time and time again. Singapore clubs need to build that grassroots connection.
Yes.
Some clubs are successful. Hougang built a pretty strong grassroots. Albirex also, they do. Lion City Sailors, I think they're starting to, but you know, I don't kind of feel it yet, but we'll see. But yeah, that's the way. Tampines, Geylang, they've been around long enough. They also built a pretty strong east side connection. But yeah, and that is how it becomes more than a product.
Correct.
Yeah, it becomes a grassroots community. You see?
Could not agree more. And who is it? Balbinder. Yeah. Great comment, Balbinder. Because it touches on what we just discussed when the Malaysia Cup, it wasn't really about the quality of the product. It was the community engagement. That's what the Malaysia Cup did so well.
The whole Singapore was at the National Stadium.
And it was a bit of a whole day thing.
Yeah.
You drive up on the coach, go across the causeway. Yeah. If it was Malaysia, there'd be fan clubs organising coach trips, vice versa for Malaysian clubs coming here. You'd have all your stalls set up outside. People would get to the National Stadium hours before kickoff. Yeah. It was a community event that was built over decades. Malaysia Cup is 100 years old. Yeah. So you've got that deeply entrenched community connection. And that's why the commenter is so right. It's not about the quality of the product, and I hate using the word product. Yeah. It's about the depth of the cultural roots. And that is what the Singapore Premier League can bring back. And the good news is you can bring that back faster than you can the quality, right? Because the quality needs expensive players, expensive coaches. As you said, just more events, more community engagement. Yeah. That's it.
It can be a simple thing as, you know, offer food trucks, you know. It's still something you build with the community. They come here, we have food provided for them. They are happy enough. And that you can start somewhere, you know.
Two simple examples, right? And this is not a plug, but StarHub, to use one example, yes, it's the English Premier League, and that's considered a superior product. But when they organise their events, which are free, they're packed. Because you bring things down. I know there's a bit of an expense involved. I know that. But you bring your stalls down, food, drinks, whatever, you set up and you go. Now, even not EPL, Tampines Hub, Same thing.
Same thing.
Around that big screen, they organise movies there. They organise football matches there.
That's brilliant.
The aunties and uncles love it. You've got the hawker centre there. You've got your fast food there. You've got everything you need.
Downstairs.
Exactly. Community engagement. It's not that hard. I don't know if it's happening. It should be happening, but there should be Premier League games live on that Tampines hub screen all the time. It's the little things like that that will make a difference. Great point.
Great comment.
Yeah, I love it.
Right. So next one we have from CM55. We talk about it's my comment about the four-sided stadium again. I don't know why it just got a life of its own.
Hit a nerve, man.
Hit a nerve. So talking of a lack of four-sided stadiums with fans close to the pitch in Singapore, I saw that for the Rugby Sevens this weekend, the HSBC, which happened last weekend,
which my daughter went to,
at the National Stadium, has moved the lower tier with 24,000 seats closer to the pitch over the running track. Is there any chance that they can do it for the Lions national team matches so that us fans can get closer to the action and provide a better, more intense atmosphere? And we can even get closer to Son Heung-min when South Korea come.
Of course.
Yeah, so I was there also. So I did really noticed that, the stands at the bottom, they move it closer so they cover the track. So it's actually almost right next to the pitch. And immediately you sit there and you listen to the noise. You can feel a bit more louder, and you can the atmosphere is just that much better for the finals. So
couldn't agree more, my friend. One of the most annoying things about the National Stadium is that daft running track, and then the 50 whatever it is stewards standing there looking at you in the crowd like you're at some police event or something, and it's all very stern, it's all very severe. I would rather, your point, you move the seats inward, closer to the pitch, and the back of the stand was empty. I would rather that. The same attendance, 10,000, 15,000, but move it closer to the pitch. The players will prefer it. The fans will certainly prefer it, and you'll get closer to replicating the Malaysia Cup atmosphere, the EPL atmosphere, whatever you want to call it. When I was a kid watching West Ham, the rectangular stadium, at throw-ins, you could touch the players. And if you were really lucky, an opposing player would turn around and tell you to sod off. And it was fabulous. Being told to F off by an opposing player was brilliant. But that interaction, that close proximity between footballer and fan is priceless. We need it at a national stadium. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Great point. I like that one.
That's right. So, the only thing I can see stalling this thing is the security issues.
Of course. Yeah, Singapore, right?
Singapore, right? And
because they're all terrified of the 5,000 fans inside the stadium.
And invade the pitch.
Yeah,
we will.
We'll be fine. It's Singapore. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Put the fans closer to the pitch.
Yeah. Do it for next month's South Korea match.
Brilliant.
Yep. So CM55, he made another very, very good comment. So actually, it's not more like a news to us, but congratulations to Danelle Tan for winning the German's 5th tier league and a regional cup, playing a hero with 14 goals in 16 league games. She is demonstrating that there can be pathways for young Singaporeans to follow. Do you think she should stay at Dortmund, who clearly have the ambition to continue their rapid promotions towards the Women's Bundesliga? Or would there be any possibility of offers from European clubs with more established women's teams? I see it both ways. I mean, obviously, I want her to stay with Dortmund. I think it is rare that we have already. She is like technically the first Singaporean to win a league or a cup trophy in Europe, because Fandi has not done it. His sons haven't done it. Sundram hasn't done it. Oh, she's the first one. So already sort of like a unique things already. So
that's a great point.
Yeah. So why not she stays with the club? Help them through. I think they can get a few more promotion, because Dortmund aren't a bad side. They're just a new side which is making their way through the ranks in German women's football. So why don't become a heroine for the club? Bring them all the way to the top of the German women's league. And then after that, you can think maybe I should. She's young enough. She can look for other European options. I foresee her. I think she will do that. She will stay with the club for a few more seasons.
Could not agree more, my friend.
Yeah.
Could not agree more. I love the Danelle Tan story. She is our Wrexham. Yeah. Listening to you, I was thinking she is our fairy tale Wrexham Cinderella story. Everybody has latched onto the Wrexham story because they were that. They were a fifth-tier club, like Borussia Dortmund, and they've worked their way up couple of divisions, Cinderella style. We are enjoying this Cinderella story with Danelle Tan. It's a real Disney journey, you know, fifth tier up to the fourth tier. Will she keep going? Will she keep going? I think it's a wonderful story, and I agree with you. I hope she sticks with it. It's a wonderful Cinderella story.
I hope we will get her to come down to speak to us whenever she comes back.
Danelle, I've been talking to you privately. You said you're going to come on. All right, Danelle. So you've got to come on at some point.
Come on, man.
And the last point about Danelle Tan, which is fabulous, is that Danelle Tan is the keep quiet counter argument to all the critics. Singaporeans can't play overseas. Keep quiet. Look at Danelle Tan. You know, Singaporeans can't match European physicality. Keep quiet. Look at Danelle Tan. And you just keep going. Can't balance work and studies. Look at Danelle Tan. Have to put your career, your professional academic career first. Look at Danelle Tan. Can't put sports first. Look at Danelle Tan. Every kiasu, negative, cynical reason not to play football, she continues to blow out of the water. And I love it. She is inspirational. More importantly, she is aspirational, and she takes away the kiasu Singaporean excuse not to play.
Just an excuse, Credit to the parents as well.
Absolutely.
For supporting her all the way. They should also be the examples for other parents to follow. To let your kids who have aspiration and who are good enough go all the way.
Exactly. So Danelle Tan, we've praised you, we've praised your parents, we've praised Dortmund. What else do we have to do?
Please come to our podcast.
On the podcast. Love it. I love it, love it, love it. Right, what do we got?
All right, that's all we have. But
I like the Premier League one.
To go along with our Premier League, because Premier League is starting this weekend. Actually, Friday is going to start. So this one of the readers, Money Team 130, just asked, can we get a Singapore Premier League final standings prediction from you guys? Yes, you can.
You go first. Are we doing like the whole league or the top four?
Okay, so I'll do it this way. There are 9 teams in the Singapore Premier League. So there's a top 3, there's a middle 3, very obvious, and then there's a very obvious bottom 3. So
if there's 9 teams, I've only got 8 teams. Who am I missing? So you got Young Lions, DPMM, Balestier, Hougang, Tampines, Geylang, Albirex, Tanjong Pagar. How can I forget my old team? Tanjong Pagar. All right, go on then.
So the top 3 is pretty obvious. Albirex, Niigata, defending champions, Lion City Sailors, and Tampines Rovers. And I think this year, it should be the Lion City Sailors winning the title. We watched them at the Community Shield last week. I mean, I think they were pretty comfortable 2-0 winners over Albirex. Obviously, Albirex, they've known to be slow starters, but, they are so consistent. That in the middle of the season, they'll somehow matched everybody else. Everybody got their ups and downs. They are just consistent all the way. And they might do it again this year, but this year they just transition into a local club with more local players. There are still Japanese players inside the team. But whether they can make that transition as smooth as possible, it is a question mark. So for now, I think Albirex will be the second favourites to win the title. Tampines Rovers, they just got an injection from BG Patun called sponsorship. But I don't know, this season, they haven't really started getting top players in yet this season. So, but they still got great players, Kopitovic and all the players there. So I think they are still a very strong and choice for third.
I've gone Lion City Sailors, Albirex, and just to mix it up a bit, Geylang. I'm a big fan of what Noor Ali's doing over there. Noor Ali's bringing through a lot of the young academy boys into the squad. I know this year they're hoping to do a bit of a Liverpool and play a few more of the academy kids. And I've got a soft spot for that alone, so I'll go with Geylang.
Noor Ali has been doing a great job.
Very good job on limited resources working, as we said before, trying to bring through the kids. They haven't got huge money for big signings. He's doing a good job.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Hougang, your team.
No. I wanted to give the boys a a nudge.
Okay, cool.
Right.
But Hougang are obviously in the middle pack. I think Hougang, Geylang, and Balestier Khalsa.
Yeah, same.
These three will be in the middle pack. I think they have shown that they do produce quality players, and sometimes the players move on and then they will struggle a little bit. But I think all three, Noah Ali, Marko Kradovic, and Peter from Balestier.
Yep.
Very good coaches.
Yep.
I think they'll stabilize the team. The team will play some great football. They might win. They might not win many matches because they are not that deep, but they're still a very strong. They could challenge for the Singapore Cup and then maybe do something good. Yeah.
My next three, I'll put Tampines, Hougang, Balestier.
Okay.
So around there. Right, let's do the bottom three.
That's also a no-brainer. I think Tanjong Pagar, of all the...
Third from bottom?
Yeah, third from bottom. I think because they just got that, it's like an old folks home. All the retired, almost semi-retired Singapore ex-international like Khairul Amri and Ridwan Mahmood all went there last season. So I don't know how much they're gonna change their style this season. Sometimes they'll play good football, but most of the time they just sort of struggle. Then DPMM, I'm not sure how they did, but this time they are playing their home matches at Brunei.
Yep.
So they could do something better. But the thing is a very unknown. They are pretty unknown, and of course the end will be the Young Lions. We have said many times it is an experiment that is not working well. If they keep persisting that, how good are they going to be? They said they're going to have allow the Young Lions to have more seniors, fielding more seniors, over 23 players this season. But whether those are quality players or not, we're not sure.
To me, DPMM and Young Lions, they're like another existential experiment to me. They are playing for their validity, couldn't even say it, and they're playing for their relevance. I think whoever finishes bottom of those two this season, you have to ask the question, why are you there? What's your purpose? What's your objectivity? You can't just be there every season finishing bottom. That's what I think. What do you think, guys?
Yeah.
Who is going to win the title? What are the final standings going to be? Send all your comments to
Yahoo Southeast Asia on YouTube, Yahoo SG, Yahoo_MY on X, and Yahoo SEA on TikTok.
We do love your comments. It's why we have a sponsor in StarHub. A final shout out for our friends.
All right. StarHub, official Premier League broadcasters. If you still want to you still haven't subscribed, then where have you been? If you now left a couple of weeks left, if you still want to subscribe, you still can do it. $25, 22 cents a month.
Crazy.
And if you are pioneer generation or youth generation, it's half price, less than about just over $12.
Every EPL game live for just over $12.
Correct.
That is absolutely insane.
We have said so many times it's much better than what you get in Britain itself.
Of course. Yeah. And you can pick and choose, so you can pay your $12 and just don't watch West Ham.
Yeah.
And save yourself the headache of watching a crap
Just watch
team.
Liverpool. Can't find enough already.
Oh, he's a Liverpool fan this week. This week he's a Liverpool fan. All right, as always, thank you for all your comments. We do appreciate them. Keep them coming. We do read all of them. We're nothing without you wonderful guys. Keep them coming.
Keep them coming.
And we'll see you again next week.
See you again.
See you guys.